This is John Stewart, Green Lantern of Sector 2814, and you are listening to Geek Talk.
This is Professor Charles Xavier. There are more powerful mutants out there, but they are listening to Geek Talk.
What's up, everybody? It's Brad Hawkins, Ryan Steele from VR Troopers. We are VR, and you're tuned in to Geek Talk.
This is Dr. Egghead. How am I supposed to conquer the world and build the Eggman Empire if they're always listening to Geek Talk? Hedgehog!
This is the Didact. Humanity's imprisonment is a kindness, but not while listening to Geek Talk.
This is Ryu from Wreck-It Ralph, and you're listening to Geek Talk.
Hadouken!
This is Marek Ishtar. Let the shadow game begin. You're listening to Geek Talk.
This is Juno Eclipse. I've got a bad feeling about this, but you're listening to Geek Talk.
This is Commodore Don Krieg of One Piece. Don't ever defy me. Listen to Geek Talk. That is an order.
This is Lion-O, and you're listening to Geek Talk. Thunder, 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 Thundercats. Ho!
Hey, it's James Arnold Taylor, the voice of Obi-Wan Kenobi. I'm Master Plo Koon, and I sense the Force is strong with Geek Talk. Master Plo, do you talk geek? Koto-ya, Obi-Wan. Koto-ya. Oh, Koto-ya indeed. Now, if anybody else can figure out what he's talking about, let's listen to Geek Talk.
Moment. And today, welcome to another episode of Geek Talk. I am Tony, as usual, your host, and with me today is the ever-loving, ever-fun, laughing Dr. G.
Hey, what's up? How you guys doing?
Oh, I'm sure they're doing all right. I'm out in YouTube land and all that. So,
yeah.
But yes, it's been crazy day, kind of week. I've been I just got off work a while ago, so started working radio again.
Yay! Is that a good thing?
Means extra money.
Oh, well, hey, we can all use extra.
Yep. So it's basically a regular paycheck for me now, so it's all kinds of fun. Last Friday I had the interview with Colin, oh yeah, it's been a long week. Colby Boothman, who basically was part of, of Jurassic World and even Battlefront. Had a lot of fun with that interview, and it is up on the YouTube channel. I did it live, so if you didn't catch it, it's on YouTube. So
Colby Boothman decided to follow our Thrawn account.
Oh, he decided to follow the Thrawn account.
Yeah. Ooh, bad guys. Yay, bad guys!
But
Team bad
yes,
guys.
he is.
Team Empire.
He is fun. He was fun to talk to and visit with. I actually had him enjoy and want to come back again. So yes, we'll probably have him back on the show. So, but yeah, he's got a couple things in the works. He's actually doing some producing or directing himself, writing a script and stuff. So.
Yeah, a lot of people that we interview, what's interesting about a lot of them is they're not just actors.
Right.
They're also producers, directors. Some of them do lighting. Some of them do sound. They can do a lot of different things in a part of a production because, being a techie, that's what I heard them called.
Well, we call them geeks.
Yeah, they're geek too, but in terms of, making media or movies or TV shows, all that.
Right.
A lot of people do this. This is not, they don't just, everyone wants to be an actor, but sometimes that's not very easy.
Exactly. So, but yes, as far as news this week or anything else going on, I've been watching a lot of anime because I'm getting ready for September 24th when I do my press pass to Anime Fargo.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah, I'm looking forward to that. It's been kind of interesting to watch anime so much than over anything else. So, but I ordered some stuff for that day. And I'm just waiting for it to come. Got a audio recorder coming. It's a small USB style one. So it basically fits in my pocket without having to. It's just the size of a USB stick. So.
Awesome.
Oh yeah. But anyways, as far as some of the latest news, I don't know if you've ever heard of Nintendo Direct at all.
Nope. I haven't, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist.
I really didn't pay attention to it much before because it's kind of one of them things that Nintendo always has different things going on. Well, Nintendo Direct is actually a source for Nintendo news.
Mm-hmm.
It's actually, they're going to be starting live tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Except when we get this uploaded, it'll be yesterday. But yes, starting at 7 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So by the time you wake up, it'll actually be up and running, I guess. So, but it's going to be only going to be focused on 3DS games, and will not be the unveiling of the NX. So, basically, yeah, it's gonna, which kind of, I don't know, it's kind of disappointing if that's the case, if you know what I mean.
Why is that?
Because if they're focusing only on 3DS, which is the handheld games,
yeah.
I mean, most people, yes, they play the handhelds, but at this time, the handhelds are not exactly all the way everything that people play for Nintendo.
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay.
They play the Wii U, the Wii. I mean, it's a matter of which systems they play. So, if you're looking at something like B2 or the 3DS, it's not going to have everything the Wii U has. So, which I myself find pretty fun to see, but yeah. So, but I guess Nintendo has had original stuff. So, they actually beat the Nintendo has had originality all the time. And, I mean, they have Mario, they have Zelda, they have all this fun stuff that people buy the Nintendo for. So, I mean, you've played Mario Brothers.
No, I have never played.
You've never played Mario?
Mario Brothers was after my time, believe it or
Okay.
not. So I'm a little older in the games. The games that I was playing when I was growing up was like
Pong?
Tempest, yeah, Pong, totally. With the old TV and everything.
The black and white?
Yeah, black and white TV, the joystick, and I sucked at that.
Yeah,
I had trash 80s and
see, my first system I ever
my own games. I had a hoop with a stick, dude. No.
Oh, I'm sure that happened too. But yeah, I actually have played. I didn't play Pong, but I actually played Atari. Was one of the first systems I ever played.
Yeah, we had an Atari growing up. We had Indiana Jones and what was the first movie? Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Okay.
And my brother played it, and he was really good at it. And then we got into that area where they had the market and stuff, and we didn't know anything about that. And then we got in trouble, and they started stealing everything from us and moving real fast across. Like, oh, shoot, what do we do? But my brother, he just was into that, and I was like, wow.
Yeah, see, the game I used to play was Pac-Man. The original Pac-Man. That
I know people who were into it, but by that time, I was in high school, so...
Right. Yeah, and then the worst game for Atari ever was, in my opinion, E.T.
Yeah, I don't remember that game myself particularly, but I do remember a game being made.
Yes.
No, I played Tempest. That was the game with the roller balls.
Okay.
And you go back and forth, and it was the line drawings, and you could. And I played Star Wars. I played the Star Wars console game.
Right.
They didn't have it. They didn't have it on, the big, big console game. They didn't have that. They didn't have it. Your home games yet. They didn't have any Star Wars home games at that time.
Right.
So this was 1984.
I was about 6 years old or so. Actually, 7.
I was a teenager. Yeah.
So.
No, it was 83, 84. Pac-Man was out. I didn't understand the point of the game. So.
Right.
I'm sorry. I just didn't see. What, you eat crumbs to go around this maze to do what? And then Donkey Kong came out. And then when Donkey Kong came out, I was like, okay, why is he up there beating stuff? And then I asked my husband, who's a little younger than me, and he just starts laughing.
Mm-hmm.
He's all, oh, heck yeah, I played Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong, he loved that.
Oh. Donkey Kong was the classic beat-up. Try to see how high you can get up there and before you get smacked by the barrels.
Yeah.
I
like how Robot Chicken just took it and brought in Halo in there.
Yeah.
But no, I never Mario. I know about Mario, but when people were talking about it, I was like, "That's stupid," and I'm not playing that. Bye. Playing video games were for kids. Okay.
Right.
Dancing to MTV was more hip.
TV was actually music.
Yeah, with Madonna and Duran Duran.
Or even Michael Jackson.
Well, Michael Jackson was sort of on there until Thriller came out. And then when Thriller came out, that changed everything.
Right.
So, that was it.
But yeah, otherwise, yeah, as far as for different games, I know I used to play Popeye to beat heck. I mean, I used to love just going to taking and trying. I didn't even take and mess with the actual concept of the game that it's supposed to be. I used to just almost go right away and just go grab the spinach and take and go beat up Bluto.
Oh.
Just
what was
right
that?
when you took
one game I tried to play and I sucked at it. I totally sucked at it. It was it was like medieval game, and God, I forgot the name.
Well, there's several medieval games.
Yeah, one of the first ones. And so I forgot the name. But
what system was it on?
It was a console game. Everything that I played was in
because I know there was Iron Sword.
Maybe it was that one.
That after a while for Iron Sword, my brother kind of ruined it on how that game was played because it was on the original Nintendo, and he took and beat it so much that I was sitting there like, okay. And he was taught by our uncle at one point on Mario.
See, I didn't have any of that, so.
Yeah, but my family didn't have enough money to buy the original Nintendo right when it came out.
No. I think we only had the Atari, and I don't know if we ever got a console after that. I think my brother kind of grew out of it. Oh, he got ColecoVision. He got Colecos. He liked the handheld games, but my parents decided to give us one of those.
Right.
So my brother just didn't get into it until he got older. And then when he got older, I don't know what he did, but I think he'd just go and find what they used to do is if you couldn't afford the new systems, they'd have the parties. So you'd go to the parties and you'd play the new games.
Well, see, as far as new stuff for me, for my family and stuff, how I ever got to play some of it is my cousins had like the original Nintendo before we did, and that's how I learned how to play certain games. It's like, and they had like Wild Gunman, had the gun games. You had Duck Hunt.
Yeah.
Duck Hunt was the most popular game at the time.
Back in the day, yeah.
Oh.
I remember that.
I still...
My husband is the one who played all those games. He did all of that. He went over to people's houses and he played those games too. But
yeah.
And so he and my brother did almost the same thing. And then until my husband bought them as an adult, then that all changed. But by the time I started, doing this, what I do now, it's like I play, I gamble. So that's my gaming. Okay?
Well, that is gaming, but...
It is gaming at a high level. You want to put money down on that?
No, I don't put money down on anything. I have actually put money down on football and sports and stuff, but
fantasy football, yeah.
Actually, I've never really done much for fantasy football for spending money.
Yeah.
Let's just say that when I took and made bets usually on on the football games. It's usually the playoffs, and if it's the Broncos, I'm going Broncos straight up. And ever since back in the day when I first started dating and stuff, instead of money, I would bet food.
Yeah.
Because this is the way I look at it is, if you bet food, everybody wins.
Yeah.
Or if you bet a soda, everybody wins, because how many people drink soda?
Yeah.
A fair. They pick the soda. They give you. You actually get. It's a win-win. 20-ounce soda. Hey, buck something. Sure. Or a box or a pan of brownies.
Mm-hmm.
How many people win with a pan of brownies?
Hey, sometimes it's like that. I guess you could do something like that at the casinos for the buffet points. But you would have to buy into it. Like, you would have to, like, put down, like, $25, and then, you press the buttons, and if you win a lot of it, you get the buffet points.
Right.
And then you could take the whole family to the buffet or whatever.
But, yeah,
They do that. I mean, you can literally do that. You can win off the machine, and there are days that you go to the casinos, and you win buffet points.
Not around here.
Oh, they don't let you do that up there?
There isn't really a buffet around these casinos.
They don't have buffets at the casino? What's the point of You go to the buffet on Sunday after church.
Not here.
After church, you go to the casino, so you go to the buffet. They got some good food.
Yeah, not around here. And at one point, the one casino restaurant actually had a restaurant, but the food there, I just couldn't eat the food there anymore. It just was not that good.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, but yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, as far as gaming that way, there is no reason for me usually to go up to the casino, because I don't have the money.
Yeah, I know. You do have to bring some money.
Yeah.
If you go to the casino. You don't have to bring a lot.
On other gaming news,
even
though.
In Vegas, you don't have to. They got, like, dollar night sometimes,
But you don't do this kind of...
changed.
You don't do this kind of gaming, but you've heard of Magic the Gathering. The actual collector card game.
No, I haven't, but I know the card game.
Yeah,
I know it's one of the RPGs.
CCGs.
Okay.
Collector card games. Well, I've played this game, and I haven't played for a while, but they actually have a planeswalker called Nicol Bolas. And he was a powerful planeswalker when he first came out. They are actually bringing back that character. So, that planeswalker. Which means that any form of Nicol Bolas will be legal to play.
Wow.
So, oh yeah, he was, let's just say when he first came out, it was basically like, say, I'm just trying to think how to put it. He was kind of like a Peyton Manning, where everybody wanted him. A young Peyton Manning where everybody wanted him. And some of that you actually had to pay fairly good money for to get him. Was how powerful he was. So, yes, but yes. But you do, this next bit of news I'm seeing is, you remember Bill Nye, the science guy?
Yeah.
Well, I guess he is, let's see here. He's going to be making a comeback on this article. Let's see here. Well, basically, he's actually inviting guests onto his show this time around.
Wow.
So, yeah, it's actually kind of interesting. Because according to the Washington Post, Netflix promises to preserve Nye's unfiltered style while using interviews and experiments to educate viewers on everything from climate change to GMOs.
Yeah, he's gonna, good luck with that, because he has a contentious group of people that hate vaccines, and he fights with them all the time.
Yeah, well, he's been doing it for how long now?
He's pretty good as someone who can discuss science in a very layman's term, but make you appreciate science in a professional manner. I think he's great.
Right. I think he's good.
As a scientist myself, I understand some of the other things that he talks about, which is the physics and the astronomy and the engineering stuff that that's not my field, but my field is genetics and stuff. So he can explain them pretty concisely.
Right.
It's not to the full level of a PhD scientist, but he's not bad at it either. Science education has, well, just like most education, has not been great in this country for the last 20-something odd years.
Well, part of that is
pretty sad.
Well, part of that too is the cost. Teachers haven't. People have the teachers that are today going on. They take and go to school, do the schooling and stuff, and then the ones that do make it into teaching end up not getting paid that much. I mean,
maybe that's how the state is. That's a state issue.
Well, state issue.
People just jack their teachers for different reasons. But I think what's going on, science education, STEM, the STEM fields, is that science is progressing really fastly, and it really changes rapidly. And we have this beautiful thing called the internet that just cranks out stuff, and you need all the information to really understand how it works. And you just can't skip some of it over if you're going to call yourself a scientist. Now, some kids understand it, and you can just work right on through them, but there are many kids that are coming with, they don't have their basic math skills. And I mean basic, like 1 + 1 = 2. 1 × 1 = 1. Stuff like that. 2 × 2 = 4.
Right.
Basic math and basic understanding of, okay, what's chemical? What's a liquid? What's a solid? What's what's water? They don't have these basic stuff. Not because the teachers are not there to teach them, because they are. It's just not all school districts fund that.
Right.
And it's not across the board. So we're behind a lot of other countries. Because if you go to China, you're learning this in 2nd grade. And we're not learning in our schools. I mean, I already got my niece who says, I don't want to learn math. So why do I need to learn math when I can sing?
Right.
How do you argue with that?
Well, not that just that, but why do I want to learn math? Because of the fact that I have a calculator that can do just as good.
No, it's new, but you got to know how to put the numbers in the calculator.
Well, most of those, it's just like a computer almost. How many kids nowadays that under the age of 6 have been around a computer?
Depends on the kid. I mean, my niece and nephew have been around them, and they really do know how to work them until they break, or they have a problem, like they inadvertently went to a website and put some malware on there, when I tell my mom not to let them do that, but that's beside the point.
Yeah, well.
And so it's like, well, this is the kind of thing that it's used. Do you know how a telephone really works? We just use a telephone, but do we really know how it works? And do we really want to really know that?
Well, you're talking to the guy who probably does know how a telephone works and how to probably take apart the wire and re-put it back together.
Woohoo!
As far as a landline.
But that's because you're a geek.
Yes, it is. And that's why I've got my... But yes, I have a degree in computers, so... And one of the things we learned as a computer tech is how to put together an Ethernet cord that basically connects your computer to the internet if you don't have wireless.
Well, here's the reality. Here's some good stuff. Is telling people about sound and how it works and why it works that way. And a lot of people don't understand that. Like, you know, how can you have sound in outer space? How does that work? Outer space is a vacuum.
Right.
So how does sound... You know, the only way you can have sound is if you have air, and the air vibrates against each other, and we hear the sound, right?
Yep.
That's what they teach. I'm not saying this. This is just what they teach. How do you have, you know, sound in outer space? We just heard a sound from 94 light years away that it sounds like a radio wave. So the aliens are coming. They're certainly zapping the cows out and everything. And,
well, see, the thing is the sound is not exactly coming, is not being actually completely portrayed through space. It's kind of like, it's not exactly like sonar, but our satellites pick up the signal. It's like a radio signal. How do you broadcast? How does your radio station broadcast over the air? It's basically is radio waves, aka it could be like a satellite signal that we're receiving from advanced species.
Who knows what we're receiving from 90... You know how far 94 light years away is? You know, that's pretty far. But the fact that we're getting something that sounds like a radio wave, not a disorganized piece of junk that we usually get, is pretty compelling. I don't know. We're going to have what were they in? War of the Worlds.
I haven't listened to War of the Worlds for a while. I haven't watched the Tom Cruise one yet, but
I don't like the Tom Cruise one. But
they're not Martians. I know that. Like
three-legged jokers. Anyway.
Well, I could see people going with three-legged jokers.
Yeah.
Three-legged jokers.
Yeah, they can come in the hood, see? No, I'm just kidding. Stop shooting the aliens! It might start an interstellar galactic war!
Well, that might be true. That it's that, or they might take and call us inhuman for trying to kill their people, or whatever species they are.
Mm-hmm.
So, who knows? But anyways... You're a fan of Stranger Things.
Oh, yeah. They're starting season 2. That's the...
It is happening.
In August. In 2017 is season 2. And they listed all the titles for the episodes that they're going to have. So it'll be interesting what those episodes are.
Right.
And that's on their page that they have. It sounds like that Stranger Things may be picking up their chance to switch from Netflix to a channel, somebody's channel, for greater distribution. It'll be interesting who's going to distribute it.
Well, the way I look at it is Netflix has a really good distribution.
Yeah.
Why? I mean, they've got probably the biggest distribution besides maybe Hulu that you can find. You try taking and going on to like a cable network, and people are not going to they're not going to get as much of a pull as Netflix does.
So, Netflix has a base that is computerized and is 21st century, and they worked very hard on it and has the system up in play. But they don't have the billions of outreach that they could have that cable TV has delivered for 40-something years. So it's like, well, now cable's going to have to bend. They know they're going to have to bend because they can't compete with the internet. Internet's bigger.
Right.
So how are they going to do it? Now, Comcast did sink their teeth into Netflix some kind of way. I don't know how much money, but I do know they sunk their teeth in there.
Oh, there's a lot of people who've tried to sink their teeth into Netflix, though.
Yeah, and so they're going to take Netflix and put it on their system so that you can watch probably just their shows. They're syndicated. They're not syndicated because you don't syndicate on Netflix, but they're original shows on loop. You know, not the movies that they stick on there. Because there are a few movies that are on Netflix right now that they're going to be removing come September 1st, tomorrow.
Well, yeah, they're going to be taking out the... September 1st is when they'll be taking a lot of things off.
Yeah, they're taking off the one movie that everyone, if you're a Star Wars fan and you're excited about Episode 8, Rian Johnson, the director of Episode 8, has listed a group of movies that you should watch, and one of them is Bridge Over River Kwai, which is from 1957, I believe, and it has Alec Guinness in it, and Alec Guinness was Obi-Wan Kenobi in A New Hope, and in the original trilogy.
Whether he liked it or not, he actually did take part in it. And
so if you want to get an idea of what Episode 8 might be about, you should watch that movie.
Interesting.
He gave 3 of them. There's Bridge Over River Kwai, and it's on Netflix now, but it goes off tomorrow. And then it's 12 O'Clock High, which is on there. It's an old movie with Gregory Peck. And if you know who Gregory Peck is, he's a very famous actor.
Yep.
He died like about 10 years ago or something. Or 20 years ago. He died a while ago. And then the last one is 3 Outlaw Samurai. Now, when I saw 3 Outlaw Samurai, and it's all in Japanese, they have subtitles, and when I saw that, they're picking the fight scenes. So any of the fight scenes that you see in there probably came from 3 Outlaw Samurai.
Possibility.
And you can give me your guess as to who represents who in there. But this is if you're a Star Wars geek.
Right.
If you're not, don't worry about it. It's okay, I understand.
So, another game that apparently they're bringing out another Duke Nukem game.
Oh my god, that's an old game.
Well,
they brought out Pokemon, so...
Duke Nukem, they actually did a remake for Xbox 360. It was called Duke Nukem Forever.
Mm-hmm.
Let's just say that I've played the game. In fact, several times. And let's just say that as far as storyline, that Duke Nukem just didn't really have the flair that the original did. I mean, because you were basically trying to be Duke Nukem, and it was a first-person shooter. Basically, Duke Nukem as Halo.
Yeah.
Where the original, you actually were a first-person shooter, but you didn't have the view like it was in the Duke Nukem Forever.
Mm-hmm.
So, but it basically, here, 3D Realms is not covering this. So, let's see here. Basically, so the game turned out, basically they talked about how the game was mediocre. I'll agree with that. So, and they, basically everybody, it's been 4 years. So, basically they're doing a Duke Nukem 3D is what it is.
Oh,
and let's see here. It hasn't completely been confirmed yet, though. But it might be that they might try to make another Duke Nukem game. So, I myself, if they can make it better, yes, storyline has to match better than what it did. So, yeah, that's my opinion on that. Because of the fact that you got to have a good storyline to keep people interested.
It's hard to do. Of course, what's the storyline of Pokemon Go?
Well, Pokemon Go is just basically a kind of a regular role-playing type game where you get to be you're basically interacting with other people. Where the Pokemon storyline is based off of the anime, and they basically have Ash Ketchum as one of the main characters originally.
Mm-hmm.
And he would take and go around catching these Pokemon.
Yeah, so there's this parody of these guys who jump all over the place and climb walls and do super duper feats just with their own bodies. And then they're dressed as Pokemons, and then the bad guys are chasing after them, trying to keep up with them, and they can't. And then the kid who comes around and tries to catch him, and he finally does at the end. It's kind of cute. I liked it. I was like, it's on Tumblr somewhere, but it's funny. I'll stick it on there, see if people like it.
Right.
I don't even know if I saved it. I saw it last night, and I don't know if I liked it.
But something that I'm sure there's a lot of good stuff out there.
Well, I'm seeing people all over the place playing Pokemon, and I'm like,
I'm sitting here. My son's mom plays it, and she don't go out walking like most people do, just to catch
runs around.
No,
catch those jokers.
No, she don't run around all over town and peer and to catch them. She just takes and waits for them to come to her. So, but doesn't bother me none. But as far as Marvel news, there's a new name added to the director search for Captain Marvel. So, a new name has been thrown into the mix, and for according to Jeff Snyder at Mashable, the Electric Children director Rebecca Thomas has joined the ranks of the candidates.
Oh, wow. Captain Marvel.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that one.
That should be good.
Because nobody's ever done a Captain Marvel movie.
No.
I mean...
That's true. No one has.
So... But in other news, pass our condolences to Gene Wilder's family.
Yeah.
He passed away just the other day. on Monday Fact.
Yeah.
And he was a great comedian. I liked a lot of his movies. And I wish I would have gotten sent off to get his autograph, because he was a fairly decent signer for the most part. I mean, but yes, I wish I would have been able to meet him in person. I would have enjoyed talking to him, I'm sure.
Well, for the last 5 years, he had Alzheimer's. Yeah, he was a funny guy.
Oh, yeah.
He did a lot of famous stuff.
Thing is
sad to see him.
Yeah. Thing is, though, is despite he having Alzheimer's, he didn't want his nephew or any of his family members to let it be known about his Alzheimer's and stuff, because of the fact that he didn't want to see another smile. He didn't want to imagine the world without another smile. So, 2016, you are being mean when it comes to celebrities leaving this world.
Yeah, it is 2016 passed.
Yeah, how dare 2016 is going to be the year of the deaths of dying celebrities.
Thank you.
So, yes, it's going to be hard without, there won't be another Gene Wilder movie. But, I mean, he gave us a legacy. So, but, yes, as far as other movies and stuff going on, basically, in the Batman solo film coming up here with Ben Affleck, of course.
Batfleck.
Or as some people would call it, Batfleck, is Deathstroke is reported to be the main villain.
The bad guy, yeah.
In that film. So,
well, who's going to be Deathstroke?
Well, considering almost anybody could be Deathstroke, it's hard to say.
But how did Batman ever beat Deathstroke?
Batman does his homework on things. It's going to be a...
Oh, yeah, he got a lot of prep time. Woohoo!
He took a lot of prep time, so it's going to be interesting to see how well they bring out this movie.
Oh, no, you got Batfleck in there.
Well, he didn't do too bad compare and stuff, but again, it's hard. It depends on the script, I mean. So, I'm looking forward to seeing what they do, though, with Deathstroke.
Now, Deathstroke is what kind of villain? He's kind
of like basically what people figure for Deathstroke is like the Deadpool of the DC universe.
But he doesn't have a mouth like Deadpool.
Nah, not really. But at the same time, as he don't exactly have the invincibility that Deadpool has either.
Oh.
He's
really smart, whereas Deadpool, it kind of doesn't matter how smart he is.
Right. So, but yeah, Deathstroke.
But he doesn't run off at the mouth like that.
Right. So, yeah, he's different from Deadpool, but yes, it's going to be interesting.
I've seen comparisons, but it's just like, I don't know. I think it was like they came out at the same time kind of thing.
Deathstroke came out first, I believe.
Yeah, and then Marvel came out with Deadpool.
Right.
So the feeling that I got was they were mocking Deathstroke creation.
It's possible.
But that was just at that time. And then they now that I guess maybe DC is throwing their nose up to Marvel since Deadpool did pretty well.
Well, again, DC has done good on the TV front.
Yeah, they have.
But when it comes to their movies, they have not succeeded as well. They have basically where Marvel's movies can get movies for DC has not actually done as well because of the fact that of the script writing.
Yeah.
Alrighty. But yeah, that's the way I look at it is it might be that way.
Well, we'll have to see at the larger cons. Dragon Con is coming up, and so is in New York Comic Con and Chicago, and see what they come out with in their heavy duty stuff. If
Right.
they come out with that stuff.
We'll have to see how they portray them.
Yup.
So, but I think that kind of wraps it up for some of the news this week. Anything on the Star Wars front that we should look at besides Rebels coming up?
Well, Rebels coming up on September 24th. You'll be away, but we'll still be on Twitter.
I might be away, but I'll be.
Twitter.
But I might be at the convention, but I'll still have a hotel room that night and can watch.
Okay.
And usually the conventions mainly go till about. Let me go to my Anime Fargo schedule.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do it this way. I'll go to the schedule of Anime Fargo just to let anybody who's in the area know what I'll be doing.
Yeah, you should screenshot the schedule that you'll be doing, just if they have that. If you don't, that's okay. I can understand.
Alright, so the hours of operation. So basically on Saturday, they start off at 10 o'clock.
Mm-hmm.
And except for the cosplay contest and everything and all that, most of the stuff that happening is ending by 6 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, by 6 o'clock, by 7 o'clock, I could be back in the hotel room, doing editing and stuff like that. So,
well, we'll start on Pacific time because West Coast is the best coast. Yeah.
I don't know. Central Time is pretty good.
Stop hating. Stop hating.
I'm not hating on the West Coast. I've only been on the West Coast maybe once or twice though. So.
Okay. And then, and Grand Admiral Thrawn should be in this presentation. They really are hyping it up. And it's very, very exciting. And then we have, what did I say? They have the Star Wars show that just came on, and I gotta watch it. And one of the writers is talking about some activities. There's the Freemaker Adventures. If you want to just be silly, get on Disney XD and try to watch the Lego show. It's cute.
Well, they actually got Star Wars Presents a Toy Story Adventure for Rogue One.
And then they have Rogue One that is coming out, and we have a Director Krennic, and the person that plays Director Krennic he's learning, and so he could use your help, and there's certain things that he is willing to talk about, and then there's certain things he's not willing to talk about. I wonder what that could be. Like a convenient large sphere that's floating. That's no moon.
Yeah.
And then we have what else do we have on Star Wars? Oh, the Force Awakens appears on Starz if you have the subscription to Starz television. So
No, that's
on the
that's a cable channel and premium.
Cable channel. Cable premium channel. If you have that, it's on there. And then there are going to be a couple of books that are coming out real soon. Don't know about any future releases of comics. That would be nice.
Yeah. So.
Nothing. No big stories yet. I think there is a rumor that is going around that when Rogue One, which shows in December 18th, there will be a teaser trailer for Episode 8.
Okay.
So that's like a minute or a minute and a half. They won't have a long one.
Yeah.
So, who knows? But by that time, everything will be cut and pasted and made into GIFs anyway. So,
probably. But yeah, as far as for Geek Talk, though, I've started to do this every week. I'm going to try doing at least once a week. I'm going to do a live show on YouTube every Thursday. Q&A, whether it be Q&A, if you have a topic you want me to talk about, I will talk about it. This week, I'm going to...
collecting and action figures and painting and stuff like that.
Well, also, this week, I'm going to be talking about anime.
Yeah, he's studying anime. You guys should help him out.
So, I'm going to be talking about anime. I'm going to talk tomorrow on this Thursday. I'm also going to do... So if you have a topic you want me to talk about, we will be doing that. We will talk about that topic. I will try to. Whether it be for Marvel, DC, my favorite Star Wars characters. I mean, you name it, I'll probably do it.
Woohoo!
As long as it's legal.
Oh, damn it.
Sorry, I won't take and try doing that kind of stuff. I won't take and, should I say, do unprofessional stuff.
Yeah, he wants to be a good guy.
Yeah. Well, I could be a bad guy, but I don't think you want to go see that part of me.
Uh-oh. It's very scary.
Yeah, we won't go into details about what it could be, but yeah, I will be talking about the two animes this week. The Bodacious Space Pirates, which is an anime that's kind of a short anime, but it was basically one of the actresses that actually are going to be at Anime Fargo was part of, and that would be Caitlin French. So I'm going to be talking to her about a few things of that. And at the same time, then I'll be also doing Fairy Tail, talking about Fairy Tail, the anime Fairy Tail that is on Netflix. So I plan on doing that. So
I just have to say one thing.
Okay.
You go to Amazon.com and you just stick in, search in the search bar. You stick in Rogue One.
Yeah.
You're gonna find some interesting things on there.
I'll have to check that out.
You're not gonna find Star Wars.
I figured probably not. But yes, as far as for movies coming out within the next month, the new Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie is coming out on September 12th. So basically, I will be planning on finding a way to watch that. Of course, I'll talk to Hondo, possibly.
Yeah, Hondo.
He's kind of been hanging out somewhere in the back there. I don't exactly know where, but he's probably hanging out in my shed today, working on
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know why. He's been working on something out there, but let me see if I can get him out here.
Okay.
Hey, Hondo. Hondo, are you in the shed there? Why, yes, my friend. What is it? I think Gina has some questions they want to talk to about. Oh,
yes.
Why, yes. I think I can help you, my friend.
Yeah, so what's this Rogue Love by Rihanna perfume spray that you're selling here? Tell me more about that.
Well, I do not know much about women's perfume. I mean, I just tell people that I sell it just for the ladies. I mean, you can't beat having the ladies come at you.
Why not?
Because, I mean,
I don't know.
It's kind of like the axe.
Like it?
I mean, maybe the guys like it. I don't know. I just took and got it from somebody down the road.
No, you stole it?
Well, I don't really call it stealing. I call it practicing good business.
Oh, is that it?
Yes, it's just good business.
Good business.
I mean, I help people out.
I picked up a few. There's a few romance novels with Rogue One in it.
Yes, there is. At least that's what I have heard.
There's like Demon Rogue, the half Demon Rogue book.
Well, I don't know anything about demons, so
and
who am I to tell?
Rogue at a Time by Jane Lee. Rakes and Rogues.
Well, I don't usually look at the shipments sometimes. All I do is I sometimes just pick them up and tell them I'll get them to the customers.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, so, I think you all must be very careful when you search for Rogue One on on Amazon right now.
Well, yes, you gotta always be careful about Amazons. They're a little bit crooked at times.
How you gonna call them crooked?
Because I tried doing business with them and they took and ripped me off a few times. They're like Palpatine. I have some business to take care of with that Palpatine character.
Really?
Yes, he had me do a couple jobs, and
I don't know. I talked to Moralo Eval, and he had problems with him too.
Yes, that Palpatine is a horrible character. He asked me to do this one job, and he has yet to pay me for it. It's an outrage. Yes, it is an outrage.
So are you telling me that the Empire stiffed the famous Hondo? He's not allowing Hondo hookups anymore?
Well, I do the Hondo hookups, but they stiffed me at times. I mean, they told me that they'd pay me for this job, but I did it for them, and they took and threw me in jail.
Really?
Yes, I do not know why. They were the ones who. Then they let me go with nothing but the clothes on my back. They didn't even give me a ship. Yes, I had to steal one of their TIE fighters or whatever those thingies they fly in. Those that have the crazy wings. So.
Crazy wings.
Yes. They call them TIE fighters, I think.
Oh. Yeah. You flew one of those?
Well...
Was it easy to fly one of those?
Nah, it wasn't exactly that easy. I mean, I had to ditch it as soon as I could.
Mm.
So, Yes. That's why I've been making a plan to do something to Palpatine's business. I gotta figure it out.
Yeah, that's gonna be really hard to tell, you know.
So, but yes. That's what I gotta do. I mean, he's gotta pay somehow.
Mhm.
Okay, anyways, Hondo, I'll let you get back out to the shed again. That was Hondo Anaka, everybody.
Yeah, he's the one where you get the Honda hookups from.
Exactly.
Just don't ask where you got it from. If yes, yeah, you're not gonna like it.
Yeah, he's crazy. So, otherwise, that's pretty much what's going on around here. I'll be planning on, once I get to watch the movie, The Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows, I will give you guys a review of it, what I thought of it. Might even do it a live show that way.
Woohoo!
And we'll go from there. I don't sometimes I don't make it to my local theater in time because I'm usually busy or payday's just too far away. So, but anyways, on behalf of myself, Gina, of course, and all the geeks around the world,
Geeks you around the world.
keep your feet on the ground and keep aiming for those stars. Goodbye.